But not only are the samples degraded, but there's absolutely no legitimate chain of custody. So it's very difficult.
We've been pushing them on this. We're like, come on, test it, keep going with it. And from a prosecution standpoint, he can't use this in the court. It's nothing. It's nothing. It will not even be admissible in court because of the chain of custody, which is nobody's fault. I mean,
I know that's
John did an amazing job getting the chips, but unfortunately,
that's Strelzin's thing, right? Like getting an indictment or something like that. But people want to know, like that. It's not,
of course,
not just us.
Absolutely,
not public. The family deserves to know whether there's an indictment possible or not.
Yeah,
I read into this because this is how this case got out of hand in the beginning. Let's not read into it. It's a tiny bit of blood, Somebody could have cut their finger in there or something. Who knows?
Well, no, you're
it's not like we got a pint or a quart of blood.
Could be a combination of many different types of blood or many different types of things that would
it is a
light
combination.
Up.
It's two people's bloods, two human beings' blood on the walls in the closet.
I know,
but
you guys and
what
I
the
text about this in a fury all day. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Let's all just admit it. Like, that's crazy.
It's fucking
that
nuts.
There is two human blood in the closet.
It is absolutely crazy. When the owner of the house at the time sprayed the luminol and saw everything that lit up, I mean, you're talking it could have been a number of different things. What Art is saying. A number of different things that would light up luminol. Yeah, it absolutely would.
Yes, I get that.
Yeah,
but then, so you're saying there's a deer or two deer carcasses in the closet that pulled up on the bottom, and then there's also two human blood samples on the wall in the closet.
Well, what is being said is that there's a possibility of many different things in there, so it has to be approached with, I think, a little less emotion.
With caution.
Caution.
I
okay.
Agree.
With caution.
I am a little
with
emotional
caution.
about
let's,
this.
Let's see how it plays out.
Talking here today after episode 6 of The Disappearance of Maura Murray aired on Oxygen here Saturday night. It is 8:11 p.m. We just watched the finale. Lance, how do you feel about episode 6?
Well, it's a lot more somber. The ending was a lot more somber than I expected it to be. The emotional ending there with seeing Maura on the ATM footage and mostly seeing Fred and Kurt and Julie react to that was pretty. It was kind of stunning. It was very stunning.
Basically what has happened is since we have started working on this, the state police are looking into, or if you want to say reopening the case. So they're going back and re-interviewing everybody.
They've established 3 task forces. They're going back to the very beginning, looking at all the forensics, re-examining everything from day 1 on.
Let's just talk about the very end of the show, because it's the elephant in the room to some people, I'm sure. I don't know about here, but at least listening at home. So you guys told the Murray family at the end of episode 6 that there were task forces that were being set up in this case. So can we hear a little bit about that? Because it came out that the Attorney General sort of denied that. So, yeah, what do you guys make of this?
I'm going to hand that off to Art, actually, because when I saw that Strelzin had said that, I was also confused because we were told this to our face that this was happening.
The general was probably upset because it came out in the press, or actually on the website for Oxygen, that they're reopening the case. which infers that the case was closed at one time, and it never was closed. They've investigated this case from day one, and they've treated it as a criminal case, which is kind of unusual considering they don't have a body and this is a missing person.
This was different, though, because they didn't have a reason to go back in and redo everything. Right. So that was kind of what we were able to accomplish with the show and the attention that it was getting, being a national show. They were able to go back in and re-interview people, have reason to do that. Am I correct in saying that?
No, that's exactly right. You have to have a reason to renew the case or re-examine the case, and in this particular case,
with those resources into
with those resources, because you just can't keep putting resources into something. And I think probably what we're talking about here with the Attorney General's office is more semantics than anything else.
Right, because the headline was not correct, which had nothing to do with us. The cracks, I mean...
The Oxygen headline
said the case was being reopened.
Right, which doesn't make any sense because it has never been closed.
It was never closed,
yeah.
Sure. Right. But the fact that all of this is happening otherwise should not be overlooked because of a faulty headline.
Right. The show did some good. I mean,
Absolutely.
That's 100% certain, I think. Right. It's hard to deny that.
I want to ask the audience, though, and definitely no judgment, because honestly, I think people should be skeptical. Everyone should be skeptical. That's my job as a journalist, is to be skeptical, and not even believe everything that we say unless we show documentation. But how many people do still believe that the police were involved?
Got a hand over here. Got a hand over here.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, we got a few hands.
2 or 3.
People should still press on it. Yes. Everything should be questioned. But the problem is people being bullies and then people being curious and questioning. So definitely keep questioning.